How's it going, guys? The inevitable Hoffman trade finally went down today. We knew after all that off-ice stuff happened, one of Hoffman or Karlsson was going to be traded, maybe even both. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Karlsson, but Senators trade Hoffman to the San Jose Sharks, along with Donaghy and a 5th-round pick for Bodker, Bergman, and a 6th-round pick, so they definitely got less than market value for him. Apparently at the deadline, they had him on the block, and they were getting a lot better offers. At least that was like what the TSN insiders were saying. They suggested like 1st and 2nd-round picks, top prospects. None of that involved here. Like, Bodker, I would even say, is sort of a salary dump. Obviously, too, San Jose then flipped him to the Florida Panthers, keeping him in the division, but we'll talk about that trade after we do the first one. I still can't believe just how much they messed this up. Like, if they knew about this issue, I guess we'll call it, they should trade him at the deadline. I'm not sure why they held on to him. So, Hoffman here is a 27-year-old, 84 overall left winger. Role there as a first-line forward. Yeah, first-line forward, and that's all you get. It's just embarrassing. Making $5 million for 3 more years, obviously. 2 more years in real life, as the 2017-18 season has already finished. And like I was saying, guys, with Hoffman, Ottawa also traded this Donaghy prospect. 21 years old, 58 overall, 7th D potential. I'm guessing he was just like an add-on. He was actually on the ECHL team, not even in like Ottawa's team for the franchise mode, so I had to go transfer him before this. And then a 2020 6th-round pick. So I don't know like how teams like are adding up the value of the trade, and they decide, you know what, we need a 2026 to make this fair. And then like we were saying earlier, from the Sharks, they get Bodker, who in my opinion, honestly, is like a salary dump at this point. He's a decent player, but I think he's just way overpaid. And you can see that here by his value. Like, 81 overall, making $4 million is way too much money. He's 27, so at least in this game, no longer going for potential. Considered a second-line forward in real life, he's probably more of like a speedy third-line forward, and he's making that $4 million for 2 more years in real life. So again, they basically just downgraded from Hoffman. They did get that Bergman prospect, who I think's like okay. I'll see how good he is in this game. So yeah, medium top 6, 21 years old, 73 overall. Not terrible, like definitely better than the one they're giving up. So here's a look at the trade, guys. Like I was saying, it's not even close. You have a first-line forward in Hoffman, making only $1 million more than Bodker's, an overpaid second-line forward. Then the extras are pretty much irrelevant. Obviously, San Jose's going to say yes to this. That's a no-brainer. So we're now going to try to trade from San Jose's perspective. I feel like you already know what I was going to say. They are actually interested in Bodker, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And as you can see there, yeah, trade rejected. But we actually still have to get Hoffman on this team, so we can do the second part of the trade, which is when San Jose flipped Hoffman to the Panthers. I love when GMs do that, just like absolutely ruthless. Ottawa trades him to San Jose to get him as far as physically possible from Ottawa, and then Doug Wilson just says sorry and trades him to Florida in the division. And like I was saying, guys, after that trade with Ottawa, San Jose then flipped Hoffman to the Panthers for a few draft picks, a 2019 second, 2018 4th, it's actually the Vegas Golden Knights pick, and then a 2018 5th. They also added a 2018 7th with Hoffman. Again, I have no idea how like the GMs decide. We need a 7th, you know, to make this thing fair. And one thing I also wanted to show you was just kind of how these values line up. So that's what Hoffman equals with the picks, and then actually what they gave up in regards to the picks. Just kind of show you, I guess, how much more value Hoffman has. One thing I was wondering too, like if I'm San Jose, I feel like Hoffman is going to help me win a cup more than these 3 draft picks. I'm not sure why they didn't keep him, or I know why they didn't keep him actually, but I feel like it might be worth the risk, honestly, as San Jose's in win now mode, and I feel like, I mean, it's pretty obvious Hoffman's going to help you out more than those 3 draft picks, as those players from those draft picks aren't going to be able to even make the NHL for at least a couple years. So right here you can see the trade San Jose essentially made, trading Bodker, Bergman, a 6th and a 7th, for a 2nd, a 4th, and a 5th. I mean, I think that's a pretty good deal for them. Again, I think Bodker's basically a cap dump at this point, so they got paid a 2nd-round pick to get rid of a cap dump. Usually you have to add a 2nd-round pick to do that. They did lose an okay defensive prospect in Bergman, but then they upgraded their 6th and 7th-round picks to 4th and 5th, I guess, in replace, you know, of losing Bergman. So, job well done in my opinion for Doug Wilson. Again, though, if I'm San Jose and I'm in win now mode, I just take the risk, I think, and hold on to Hoffman. He's a good player. Just hope the off-ice stuff, I don't know, just hope it works out. Because I think, you know, he's a good player and he's obviously more important to your team right now than these picks. But as you can see here, Hoffman in the 7th definitely have more value than those 3 picks. So Florida will for sure say yes to that. And obviously, if we did it from Florida's perspective, San Jose is definitely saying no to that trade. Obviously, too, well, Hoffman wouldn't even be on San Jose's team if we did it. So like I was saying before, guys, I think San Jose fleeced Ottawa. I saw a tweet that put it perfectly. San Jose got a better trade for Hoffman than Ottawa did, which is pretty funny to think about. Now, I guess Florida didn't even make Ottawa an offer for Hoffman, probably because they knew they didn't want to trade him in the division. So I find it's always funny when, you know, trades happen like this. San Jose actually did before, where they got the player in the end. LA traded Jones to Boston for Lucic, and then Boston flipped him to San Jose. So, I mean, I really respect that when GMs get creative and find ways to make trades happen like that. So normally I'd ask you guys what you thought about the trade, but I feel like we can all agree San Jose won this one. Florida would be the clear-cut runner-up, and then Ottawa dead last in this trade. So instead, let me know if you guys think Ottawa's going to trade Karlsson this summer. Honestly, I'm still 50-50 on it. It's like they're trying to rebuild, but they don't have a first-round pick. So do they keep him? Do they not? Like, it's such a tough situation to handle. Would love to hear from you guys if you think Karlsson will be traded, and if so, maybe which team you think will get him. Besides that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more NHL videos, guys. We're going to have a ton for you this week. Besides that, have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.